This is the summer that driving was everything. It started out, what are you smiling at? A beautiful car just drove past. And it turned into, what are you crying at? There are angel eyes in my rearview mirror. Someone else is driving my car. But she came home eventually. Love is being inspired to live. I love my car. She's everything. Lexus was selling some G30s. My dream car. Emphasis on dream. Let's drive some for fun, we said. And my father was so touched by the ride in that first 540i. And it was then that my tin pot Camry, that 6th generation Smiley car, exited my destiny. 15 years too late. But the G30s, they're the most beautiful car to have ever been created. And every time I saw one, it was heart-striking. They are, still. I can't see enough of them. That was the car I was going to make an offer for. Then they texted me it sold, 2 hours before I meant to go. There was one car left to see. If it wasn't that one, it wasn't anything in this state. I was so close that Saturday. This was the car that made me cry more in 3 weeks than I do in 3 years. I don't think it's fair to compare it to a child crying over a toy they didn't get. It isn't any old thing, and there isn't another one. It's something I worked for, fought for, planned, timed, schemed, researched for. This close to getting it on my terms, and in a moment it's gone. And you're telling me I can't grieve over it. The numbers were done, the papers were signed. I was that close to driving home a car of my own. It could have been the best day of my life. And instead I sat in an empty driveway and cried, and you 4 feet tall lump, barely looked up from your TV and told me not to be childish. There are other models. I can imagine myself in them. Would I ever stop thinking about G30s? Would I ever stop crying every time there were angel eyes in my rearview mirror? The only time it's better to stay at home is when I'm too beaten to stand seeing other people's BMWs. storms like crazy every time we go over there. And she was still there, dear car, you conjurer of storms. Maybe because no one else was crazy enough to take on a car with those problems. There was another car in the story. A sunset car, a 530, a perfect test drive. But that wasn't who I ended up going back to in the end. A week is not a very long time. But it's also 7 days I can't look out my window and see my car. Come on, Lexus. Let's go for an adventure. I couldn't find my car on either lot. It storms when I go to look for her, and it's sunny when I can't find her. What the devil? When we come home, it's we're home. Because you must count my car. Now I'm one of those folks with their dream car at 19. She'll still be my dream car when I'm 50 and professional. Because no one will ever make a better looking car. She's cooler than I will ever be. I want her to live forever